Welcome to the Curiosity Classroom. Get ready to embark on a journey of endless learning and exploration. The outbreak of another world war in the next 3 years would be a catastrophic event with far-reaching consequences. It is important to note that this is a hypothetical scenario, and such an event should be avoided at all costs. The following is a detailed explanation of what could happen in the event of another world war. Global conflict. A world war would involve multiple major powers and potentially their allies. This would likely lead to widespread conflict on a global scale, affecting numerous countries and regions. The primary actors might include the United States, China, Russia, European nations, and potentially others, depending on the alliances and triggers for the war. Human casualties. The most immediate and tragic consequence of a world war would be the loss of human life. Modern warfare, with advanced weaponry and technology, could lead to unprecedented casualties. Millions of soldiers and civilians could lose their lives or be injured. Economic devastation. A world war would have a severe impact on the global economy. The destruction of infrastructure, disruption of trade, and diversion of resources to the war effort would lead to a severe economic downturn. This could result in job losses, inflation, and a decline in the standard of living for people worldwide. Destruction of infrastructure. Infrastructure such as cities, transportation networks, and communication systems would be targeted in a world war. This destruction would hamper post-war recovery efforts and have long-term consequences for affected regions. Refugee crisis. As conflict zones expand, millions of people would be displaced, creating a refugee crisis. This would strain neighboring countries and international organizations, leading to humanitarian challenges. Environmental consequences. The use of advanced weaponry, including nuclear, chemical, and biological weapons, could lead to severe environmental damage. Nuclear detonations, for instance, could cause widespread radiation and disrupt ecosystems. Chemical and biological weapons could have long-lasting health and environmental effects. Cyber warfare. In addition to traditional military conflict, there would be significant cyber warfare. Nations would target each other's critical infrastructure, financial systems, and communication networks. This could lead to further disruptions and instability. If you're finding this video as fascinating as we do, don't forget to hit that like button, share it with your fellow learners, and subscribe to the Curiosity Classroom for more captivating content. Global political realignment. The alliances and geopolitical landscape could shift dramatically as countries align themselves with different partners. This would have implications for international organizations like the United Nations and could lead to the creation of new alliances and the dissolution of old ones. Nuclear threat. The use of nuclear weapons is a terrifying prospect. Even a limited nuclear exchange could result in millions of casualties and have long-lasting radioactive effects. The escalation to full-scale nuclear war could be catastrophic for the entire planet, causing widespread destruction and possibly triggering a nuclear winter, which would disrupt the climate and agriculture. Long-term social and psychological impact. The trauma of a world war, especially one involving the use of weapons of mass destruction, would have a long-lasting psychological impact on survivors and future generations. Rebuilding trust and stability in the post-war world would be a significant challenge. Geopolitical reshaping. The outcome of a world war would dramatically reshape the global balance of power. Some countries may emerge stronger, while others may be weakened or even disintegrate. New regional powers could rise, and old ones could fall. Post-war reconstruction. After the war, there would be a massive international effort to rebuild and stabilize affected regions. This would require a significant commitment of resources, time, and cooperation among nations. In conclusion, the outbreak of another world war in the next 3 years would be a nightmare scenario with devastating consequences for humanity. It is in the interest of all nations to prioritize diplomacy, cooperation, and conflict resolution to prevent such an event from occurring and to work towards a more peaceful and stable world order. Thanks for joining us in the Curiosity Classroom. Remember, the pursuit of knowledge never ends, so keep questioning, keep exploring, and keep satisfying your curiosity.